Greetings and salutations, people. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on surface area of cuboids. We're given two formulas here. The surface area of a cuboid, which is all of this. I'm not going to recite all that. And the volume is length by width by height. In the first question, we're given the length, width, and height of a cuboid is 7y, 6y, and 4y respectively. We are given three parts of this question. Write an expression for the first part, the surface area, and the volume of this cuboid in terms of y, okay? If the surface area of this cuboid is 317.72 centimeters squared, find the value of y. And then the third part, find the cuboid's volume in centimeters cubed. Okay, first thing that I'd like to point out, 7y, 6y, and 4y, that is not the length, the width, the height. That is not the total value, okay? Y is an unknown variable. They're telling us that 7y is the length. That does not mean that 7 is the length of this cuboid, okay? Because 7 is multiplying by an unknown value that we just don't know the value of yet, but we will figure it out, okay? So just keep into mind that these values are not the actual final result. It is not the full-on value of the length, height, or width, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to write out our formula, so surface area. And this will also help us just to get used to how the formula is written and how it looks, basically, just to make it a little bit easier, okay? So we are told that the length is 7y, the width is 6y, and the height is 4y, okay? We are told to find the surface area by this, okay? We have to write an expression, okay? By writing an expression, okay, we are not having one value by itself. An expression is usually a whole sum, basically, okay? But you're not solving the sum, if that makes sense, okay? We're not solving for it. We're just figuring out some sort of expression, okay? Expression, sum, equation, whatever word you want to use to suit best. So for the surface area, we're going to be doing 2 multiplied. So 2 multiplied by 7y. 2 multiplied by 7y multiplied by 6y. Okay, 6y. And then we're going to do plus 2 multiplied by 6y multiplied by 4y. And then plus 2 multiplied by 7y multiplied by 4y, okay? All of this, so this is equal to, if you just pop that into your calculator, 84y squared. Why is it y squared? Because y multiplied by y gives us y squared, okay? Please keep that in mind. Now, plus 48y squared. Y multiplied by y gives us y squared. Plus 56y squared is equal to 188y squared centimeters squared. We're putting in the second centimeter squared because we are dealing with area, okay? So this is our equal sign. So this is our answer. 188y squared centimeters squared. Why? Because this is an expression itself. You are doing 188 multiplied by y, and that y is also getting squared, but we don't know what the value of y is, though. So this is why this is an expression, and then centimeter squared obviously is the unit. So that's the first part of the question done. Volume of a cuboid. Remember, always write down your formulas, just to make it a little bit easier, is length multiplied by width multiplied by height. So that is just 7y multiplied by 6y multiplied by 4y, okay? And that just gives us 168y. This is our expression. Like I said, we don't know the value of y, but y is multiplying by, y is getting raised to the power of 3, and then it is multiplying by 168. So, but we don't know what the value of y is. So that is why this is considered as an expression, because it's not fully solved yet. You can't say that this is an answer yet, but they are asking it in terms of y. Now we're moving on to part B of this question. If the surface area of this cuboid is 317.272 centimeters squared, find the value of y. Okay, in order to do this, the surface area, okay, they're saying that we figured this out, 188y squared centimeters squared. This is equal to 317.72. In order to find this, we're actually going to kind of cross out the centimeter squared. Not to confuse us, okay? It's the units, all right? We're just going to cross that out for the second, okay? Let's focus on 188. 188 is basically it's multiplying to y squared. So in order to find the value of y, we are going to move 188 to the other side. But what is the 188 doing to this? The 188 is multiplying to the y. So if I move it to the other side, it's going to be doing the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So y squared is equal to 317.72 all over 188. Y squared is equal to 101.69. But the problem is we cannot just have y squared, okay? We need to have the full amount value of y, because y is getting squared, but what is exactly getting squared? So in order to cancel out this raised to the power of 2, we're going to have to move this to the square root, okay? So y is equal to the square root of 1.69, which is equal to, y is equal to 1.3. And that is basically what the surface area is. But in the third part, I'm just going to squish this here. For the third part, it says find the cuboid's volume in centimeters cubed, okay? So hence, let's use all the information that we know now. So we know that y, the value of y after all this calculations, is 1.3, okay? So since we know y is equal to 1.3, our volume of the cuboid, okay? Our volume of the cuboid, that which we originally did, was 168. So 168 y cubed, okay? Y cubed. We're going to change that to 168 raised to the power 1.3 raised to the power of 3, okay? Because we know what the value of y now is, which gives us the answer of 369.096, and they don't ask us to round it, okay? So centimeters cubed. And that is your answer. And that is that. Thank you for watching.